Hey everyone! Rena here, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are going, oh my god, it's the first time she's done a commentary in forever! But yes, I am doing a commentary, and I'm doing a quick-ish commentary on AC4 Manhunt. And in this match, I'm playing with Doug. And the funny thing about this match is that it was like, I think it was the second match, if I remember right, that I played after coming back to AC4 for like 2-3 months-ish. In this match, I'm like really rusty, so there's gonna be a lot of mistakes here and there, especially like, I remember there was a part with the hay bale and I was like really slow to react, so really rusty like I said. And as to why I haven't been playing AC much lately, there's a lot of reasoning behind it. So first things first, I really do feel like I'm getting really burned out with AC once again. But this time I feel like I'm just burned out from the series in general. But don't get me wrong, I really love AC. I think it's like the first multiplayer game that I've actually gotten into on the console. So, I mean, I have a lot of memories and whatnot with the games, but I'm just really burned out. It's nothing too exciting for me at this point because AC4 just feels like AC3 revamped, and then AC3 feels like ACR revamped, and so on. On the other hand, I really do find myself missing like ACR mostly, probably because I really spent a lot of time with ACR since I got into the AC series around like, I think it was summer 2012, so that was when ACR was like all the rage and everything. But I've been missing a lot of Steal the Artifact and Corruption, a lot more than Simple Deathmatch, surprisingly. But yeah, AC4 I just feel like it's nothing new really, like it's nothing exciting or new compared to the previous installments. Like, I guess right now, all I've been playing on AC4 lately is Manhunt and not even Deathmatch anymore, because Deathmatch is just, I don't know, I'm getting a really different vibe from it now, and I'm not liking it as much as I did in the past. So, I mean, I'm just really burned out from playing Manhunt over and over and over again with my friends and clan mates. Also, in the match prior to this, when I was playing with Doug, I was totally frustrated with the offensive round and I couldn't get like any kills, and once I found my target and I was approaching him, Doug just came in and totally stole my kill, which made me rage so hard, and I almost rage quit the match because it just drove me off the edge, and AC4 is just making me feel a lot more like ragey now. So in a nutshell, AC4 has basically made me feel a lot more angrier than usual, I guess you could say. So that's why I've been kind of straying away from AC4 lately, and also with the new AC games, I think it was like AC Unity and something else coming out like in the next several months or next year or so, I'm just not really feeling it at this point. Especially since the multiplayer is rumored to be co-op, so I'm assuming it's like Wolfpack, which doesn't really interest me as much, because once I start playing Wolfpack on like AC3 or AC4, I get really bored within like probably 2 or 3 games, so I mean it's not enough to keep my interest in the multiplayer. But to sum things up, no, I'm not leaving the AC series for sure, or AC4 for that matter. I'm just totally burned out and I need to play something else so that I don't like completely burn myself out from the entire series. I've also noticed that there really hasn't been a lot of people playing AC4 anymore. Like, from my Twitter feed, I've noticed that a lot of people have been really burned out with the game already, and it's only May, and the game's only been out for like 6 or 7 months, which really isn't a lot of time. Yet at the same time, I'm actually not too surprised that a lot of people are really burned out or just bored with AC4 at this point. I could just go on a complete rant right now, but honestly, that's not the point of this commentary. The point of this commentary is to just update you guys with a new commentary, and as an update as to what I'm doing. Plus, I really don't want to be a dead horse because I know that this topic has been done by so many people on YouTube. So I'll just leave this rant for those videos and go on with my stuff. So AC stuff aside, the big news I wanted to say is that I actually moved my PS3 from my parents' place over to my current place. So I've been playing a lot of The Last of Us Slew, as they call it, and actually just finished a single player, and I'm ready to move on with the multiplayer again and probably the DLC, which also I need to do before the second one comes out this week. I gotta say this though, I've been finding myself playing a lot more Slew multiplayer compared to AC multiplayer within like the last couple of months or so, but I have been finding it to be a lot more enjoyable for now compared to AC. So I also uploaded a gameplay video that I recorded like weeks back, so you guys should definitely check that out as well. I'm also proud to say that I've pretty much gone back to my roots, and I bought the Final Fantasy X and 10-2 HD Remaster Collection. I remember watching my brother play Final Fantasy X like non-stop as a kid, and then like years later I decided to play his copy of the game, which I never completed, but now I get to relive my childhood and I'm in the process of finishing it, hopefully. I also caved in and bought Child of Light for the Xbox 360, and so my backlog of games is growing and growing and growing while I just fail to complete any of my games. But I'm actually thinking about starting Child of Light soon and then moving on to probably BioShock Infinite and then Lightning Returns. And then some of the other games I still need to finish, like Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, pretty big backlog I need to complete and burn down. Speaking of Xbox 360 games, I've actually gone back and forth between Borderlands 2 with a new DLC that came out like a couple weeks ago. I've also been pretty half motivated to finally get to OP8, which I don't know if it's going to happen or when it'll happen, but again, I've been going back and forth between Borderlands 2. Also, speaking of Borderlands 2, I'm actually pretty excited for the prequel that they announced. The only concern I have at this point is that Gearbox, or I think it's 2K Games that's producing this one, I'm afraid that they're going to try and milk the series like what they kind of did or what they're kind of doing with the Assassin's Creed series. But honestly, I don't think that's going to be an issue as of yet, but we'll see how that goes. But again, I'm really excited for that. Also, I've been debating on getting Watch Dogs as well. I'm only a little hesitant because the multiplayer doesn't really look that appealing to me, but the single player looks okay. It's just, there's something about it that gives me like this GTA vibe, and honestly, I don't know why, but I've never been a really huge fan of GTA. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I respect GTA, but it's not my type of game that I'd like to play. Honestly, I think it's got to do something with like the city setting and the whole driving aspect. Don't call me an Asian driver, please, but something about the city is just putting me off. I don't know why, especially since I really like going to cities in person, so I don't know why it's making me feel this way. On the other hand, I know that there's been some Watch Dogs footage gameplay that's just been released like within the past couple weeks, and I still need to watch it, but we'll see how it goes. I might or might not get Watch Dogs. I'm still debating on it, but if I do, it'll most likely be for the Xbox 360. So hopefully, since I'm only seeing myself possibly getting Watch Dogs only like within the next few months, my giant backlog of games will just burn down quickly. But anyway, that's all I really have to talk about for this commentary, so I'm gonna cut it short. So thank you guys for watching and listening. It really means a lot to me. And hopefully I'll be uploading more videos again soon for you guys to watch.
Your team has won.